graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I missed putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Hello, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. And make sure that you guys turn on the notification bell icons too. And that way you would know when we do go live. We got ourselves another game today. We got Astros and Brewers on this afternoon. So hopefully you guys do enjoy. We have Brandon Sproat on the bump facing Peter Lambert for the Houston Astros. We'll get to the pitching matchups in just a little bit. But I want to hear what your final score predictions are down below. And I want to know who your MVPs are for today. Guys that I'm going to be looking out for, of course, are Yordan Alvarez, Cam Smith, Jeremy Pena as well for the Houston Astros. Alvarez has just been terrific this year. There's no other way to sugarcoat it. He has been phenomenal. Every time he is up to bat, he is must-watch TV. He really is. Christian Yelich, also somebody that has been starting to get hot. Bryce Terang is playing better for the Milwaukee Brewers as well. And Jackson Chourio is always a lot of fun to watch, so I'm really curious to see how he does today. He really is good in the outfield for the Milwaukee Brewers, and I'm excited to see what he can do. I really, really am. Andrew Vaughn's also been playing pretty well. He has a .321 average on the season, 17 hits and 53 at-bats. William Contreras is also doing really, really good over the last couple of weeks or so. So there's a lot of nice standout players in this one. I feel like this is like one of the underrated games of the day. I really do. Should be a good matchup between the both of these teams. I expect that this is going to be a close game. I would expect that there's going to be some offense, and I'm going to go 6-5 Houston. 6-5 Houston is my final score prediction. I do think that we see an Alvarez homer, and I have Yordan Alvarez as my of this game. But let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know what you guys think down below. I see that Thomas here in the chat. Andrew is also here. What's up, Andrew? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you on here. 8-6 Astros win. Jose Altuve is MVP. Altuve is not playing. I'm actually going to get to the starting lineups right now. Why don't I do that? So, for the Milwaukee Brewers, they will have Christian Yelich leading things off, and then it'll be Jackson Chourio, who is playing out in left field. And then you got Bryce Terang playing over at second. William Contreras is over at first, is catching. Jake Bauers is over at first. Andrew Vaughn is playing over at first base. Jake Bauers is in right. Okay, hold up one second. Let's start this over. Yelich is DHing. Chourio is out in left field. Terang's over at second. Contreras is catching. Bauers is out in right. And then it's Vaughn over at first. Garrett Mitchell is playing in center field. Joey Ortiz is over at short. And last but not least, David Hamilton is playing over at third base today. So Hamilton is over at third. Ortiz is over at short. Mitchell is out in center. I'm going to make sure that I have that for myself. And Bryce Terang is playing over at second. So once again, for the Brewers, They got Yelich, Chourio, Terang, Contreras, Bowers, Vaughn, Mitchell, Ortiz, and Hamilton. And for the Houston Astros tonight, they will have Jeremy Pena batting leadoff for them. He's playing over at short. Yordan Alvarez is DHing. He's batting second. Christian Walker is playing over at first base, and he will be batting in the 3 spot. Over in the 4 is Taylor Trammell, who is out in left field. Isaac Paredes is playing over at third base, and he will be batting 5th. 6th is Cam Smith, who is playing out in right field. Then you got Braden Shoemake, who is playing over at second base today. And out in center field, it'll be Jake Myers, who's batting 8th. And Christian Vasquez is going to be batting in the 9 spots. And so that is the lineup for this afternoon. There we go. All right, so let's take the vertical side off. And let's make sure that we have this up and running, as well as our sports graphic up here. I got to change this, so give me just 1 second. Peter Lambert this year, a 3-4 record, a 3.79 ERA for the Houston Astros. 40 strikeouts, 18 walks allowed as well, and a 1.17 whip in 7 starts this season. Okay, so let's get this up and going. Good. Nice. Good to see. And we can make this, actually we can make this a little bit bigger. That looks better. And so here are the Brewers in their blue and white uniforms. They got the black letters outlined in yellow that say Milwaukee across the chest. And so, first pitch to Christian Yelich, and it's taken for a called strike. Here's the 0-1 to Yelich. Check swing, he didn't go, said the third base umpire. And so the count is 1-1. Christian Walker for MVP, says Andrew. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lambert gets set, kicks, fires, and the pitch is taken down for ball 2. Lou, I got your email. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. I'll make sure that I respond to it. But those pictures are so awesome. Happy birthday to your niece. That's so awesome. Just got back from her party. How old is she? 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And so the count is now 2-2. That's so awesome. Brewers beat the Astros in extra innings last night, folks. I think that the Brewers will win again today. Okay, but I didn't hear a final score or an MVP from you. So that I got to hear. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. That's low for ball 3. Dude, that's so awesome. She's 3. That's great. Well, I will definitely... what was I going to say? 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the 3-2 pitch. And Yelich is going to fly one out over towards the shallow left field side. And that's going to get down for a base hit. And Christian Yelich gets on with a single. They're actually going to call it an infield single because it went over the third baseman's head. And then it went out over to shallow left. But Jeremy Pena just got over to it. And so an infield single starts off the ball game here in the first inning. All right, so up next is Jackson Chourio. Once again, it's Yelich, Chourio, Terang, Contreras, Bowers, Vaughn, Mitchell, Ortiz, and Hamilton. And the pitch is down for a ball to Jackson Chourio, who has his yellow sleeve on. This guy's batting .366 on the road. He has 2 homers this season and 7 runs batted on in as well. Peter Lambert on the bump for the Houston Astros. The pitch that he throws is called a strike, and the count is therefore 1-1. Really quickly, Rosie, happy birthday to you. I hope that you have a very fantastic day. Can't believe that you're 3. That is amazing. Shout out to Lou, of course. Shout out to your uncle, because he is awesome. But I hope you have a fantastic day. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Obviously, I don't know if she's going to see that or not, but I wanted to make sure that I did that for you, brother. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The toss back over to first. And that is not in time. The connections that we've been able to make on here are just unbelievable. You know. That's so cool. I'm watching from Los Angeles. I'm going to the Dodgers-Phillies game tonight. Ooh. That'll be fun. 1-2 pitch. And this is going to be flied out over towards the right side. Smith gets under it, makes the catch. And there's the first out of the inning. So wait, so did you fly? Because I remember you said yesterday you were in Texas. So you must have flown from Texas to L.A., correct? What's up, Dodger Empire? How you doing? The older one, Leah, will be 5 on August 7th. Their little brother, Sam, was born on April 12th. That's right. That's right. Yep. I remember that. So, wow, you have three nieces and nephews. Wow. The pitch is taken for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Bryce Terang, who has the 3rd highest OPS in the National League. 1-0 pitch, grounded over to first. Walker has it, throws it to second for 1. That's all that he's going to get. And that is going to go down as a 3-6 fielder's choice. By the way, I meant to say on-base percentage. Of course. Dodgers are literally the worst. Just spend more than everyone else's flat smack. I mean, to be fair with you, they've earned the right because they built through the draft. So, like, I understand, like, people can get upset about it and, like, you know, like they have so many starting pitchers. They have so many guys. But you know what? Like, they found a way. And they did it. You know? So, I mean, they had the Yasiel Puigs. They had the Cody Bellingers. They had, you know, they traded for the Max Muncies and the Chris Taylors of the world. And they drafted the Clayton Kershaws. And, like, even they got the Miguel Rojas's of the world. Like, they just, yeah, like, they're buying people, but, like, look at even, like, the savvy moves that they're making, like, for Rocco Baldelli. Rocco Baldelli was a former manager of the Minnesota Twins, and he's in their front office. So, like, they're really trying to be smart, you know? The pitch is taken for a ball, but they've earned the right to spend. You know, it wasn't like that they just... Mookie Betts ended up being, like, they went from, how do I say this? They went from, like, Chris Taylor to Mookie Betts. You know? It's crazy. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Kiki Hernandezes of the world. Those are homegrown guys. 1-1. That's up high for ball 2. And yet they still have assets that they could trade for a guy like Scubell because they've done a good job with their scouting system and with developing their players. 2-1 pitch to Contreras, and that ball is flied foul. Oh, foul and out of play. The Yankees did the same thing for many years. So I can't like blame the Dodgers. Does it suck for the other teams? Yeah, but guess what? Other teams got to do better. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards left field. That's going to go over Trammell's head on the track. And so here comes Bryce Terang. He's being waved home. The throw to the plate is not in time. And Milwaukee able to strike first. William Contreras continues to stay red hot for the Milwaukee Brewers. Yeah, I flew this morning. I got on that plane at like 3 a.m. Oof. Happy that you got there safely, man. The pitch, and that's in there for a called strike to Jake Bauers, hitting .281, 8 homers, 31 RBIs, a .320 average in his last 27 games. The ball's 1 strike, and the 0-1 is outside for a ball. Actually, they are the bottom for runs per dollar spent, is flat smack. I'm not mad about the Dodgers. Other owners can do the same thing, and they just don't. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch, and that's in there for strike 2. No, you can't be mad at the Dodgers. But you can be like, dang, like I wish that we were them, but guess what? They've been building it the right way, and it wasn't like that they'd done this overnight, you know? 1-2 pitch, and that's a foul ball. I wasn't mad when the Golden State Warriors got, I was a little bit upset. I was upset when the Warriors got Kevin Durant, but guess what? They had the right to get him. They did. Kevin Durant really did get them over the top. 1-2 pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. And so there's out number 3, and we are going to go to the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Jeremy Pena to lead things off. Pena, Alvarez, Walker, Trammell, Paredes, Smith, Shoemake, Myers, and Vasquez all in the lineup for them. Caleb, what's up, Caleb? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you on here. If you had to place a $10 bet for the Spurs to win the title in August, that bet would pay out $670. So the odds were what? Plus 670? Plus 67, plus 6,700. Yeah. Mad their team is not making the necessary moves that the Dodgers are. We've been through our heartbreaks to get here, says Andrew. And look, like, you guys have done everything the right way. Like, I can't blame you. I can't blame you. And ownership is spending the money. They're overspending, but again, like, look at the talent that you even have in the farm system. Look at your scouting department. Again, like, you got Rocco Baldelli to come on over and work in your front office with Andrew Friedman. You know, Baldelli was the manager of the Minnesota Twins. So, like, you're preparing for the future, but you're also still preparing for the now as you speak. And that's what makes a really great team. Like that's what makes a dynasty. The Eagles are doing it too. Like the Eagles, I mean, the difference is that the Eagles obviously have a cap, right? But I bet you if the NFL didn't have a salary cap, I bet you that Jeffrey Lurie would still be, spending more and more money if he wanted to. I really do. I really feel that way. Howie's doing a great job building through the draft, and everybody's getting paid, but if they wanted to go out there and sign a Myles Garrett, I bet you that Jeffrey Lurie would do that if there wasn't a salary cap. 1-0. That's taken inside for ball 2. After we have a lockout and get a salary cap, they won't win anything. Yeah, but do you think that that's good for the sport, or is it bad? Because I don't know. I really don't know. Three balls, no strikes. This is a good conversation, by the way. I like it. 3-0. And that's in there for a strike. It's actually plus 6,700 odds. Ooh. 3 balls, 1 strike. The 3-1 pitch. That's a foul ball. JJ, what do you think about Dave Roberts? Do you think he's a good manager? I'm going to put it to you this way. To manage, like, to manage all those egos, to manage everybody and to keep the clubhouse in check takes a lot for that. And I think that Dave is in a really good system. I don't really know about him as a manager when it comes to decisions, as the 3-2 pitch is flied out over towards shallow right, and that's going to be caught for out number 1. So Jeremy Pena flies out over to right, and it's Yordan Alvarez's turn. I've questioned his decisions that he's made in the past, and I've thought, you know what, I don't like his decisions here. But I don't know. Alvarez with the first pitch. High drive. Hit out over to deep left field. And that ball is off the glove of the left fielder right by the track. And Alvarez gets on with a double. That thing almost left the yard. If it was maybe another foot or so, that would have been a goner. And Alvarez would have gotten himself a home run there. But it was hit over towards the track. Over out in left center. Chourio tried to get underneath it, and he just was not able to catch it. It hit off the side of his glove. It went about 364 feet or so, and Chourio's not happy. They're going to call it a double, though. Some might argue that that might be an error, that should be an error. But Alvarez is now in scoring position. Bottom of the first, 1-0 Milwaukee. And up to bat next is Christian Walker. 1 out, bottom of the first. Brandon Sproat is on the bump, by the way. And the pitch is outside for a ball. Sproat this season with a 5.84 earned run average. He's 25 years old, started off his career with the New York Mets, and got traded in the Freddie Peralta trade. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch to Walker, and there's a high fly ball hit out over towards deep center field, but this will stay in the ballpark, and the catch is going to be made. Alvarez tags up from second. He'll head on over to third, and it's a productive out. There's 2 away. Alvarez is now 90 feet away from scoring, and Taylor Trammell is up next. The defense for the Milwaukee Brewers. We'll get to that really quickly. Milwaukee has Contreras catching. On the bump, it's Brandon Sproat. And then over at first, you got Andrew Vaughn. At second, it's Bryce Terang. At third, it's David Hamilton. And at shortstop, it's Joey Ortiz. Trammell in the box. Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. In the outfield from left to right, you got Jackson Chourio in left. Garrett Mitchell in center. And in right field, it's Jake Bowers. The pitch, and that's taken for ball 2. And, of course, Yelich is the DH. 2 balls, no strikes to Trammell. And the pitch off the plate again for ball 3. I want to see Wemby in the finals. I would like to see Victor Wembanyama in the finals, too. Absolutely. Three balls, no strikes. The pitch, and that hits Trammell right over on the waist, and he will go on over to first. The World Series just doesn't mean anything until we have a legit salary cap like the other sports. Winning with the highest payroll means nothing. You bought a title. Whoop-de-doo. But see, I disagree with that because the Toronto Blue Jays were literally like an inch away from winning that World Series. And if you remember how the Dodgers ended up winning, it wasn't the Mookie Bettses that homered. It wasn't the Shohei Ohtanis that homered. It was the Miguel Rojases that tied up the game in the 9th inning. The cheap guys made the plays. The Andy Pajes made the really good catches. Like the smaller market guys, like the homegrown talent. They stepped up. The Kike Hernandezes of the world made some really good plays to keep them involved in that World Series. So I disagree with that. Even during those playoffs, Ohtani struggled. Ohtani didn't necessarily have the best playoffs. And the utility guys were the ones who really stepped up for them. So, yes, did it help them? Absolutely it helped them. But, you can't discredit the Rojas's. You can't discredit the Kike Hernandez's or even just the Sasaki's coming out of the bullpen. Like, those were the guys who stepped up. So, those are my thoughts. 2 balls, 1 strike in the next pitch, and that's fouled away. Like, that Rojas home run was clutch. He didn't homer in the postseason. And then the 9th inning, he stepped up. That's why Lane Johnson restructures his deal every few years. Laurie cheating the cap. Yeah. I hear you. I agree. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, bottom of the first. Isaac Paredes is in the box. And the 2-2. And that misses outside and low for ball 3. What's up, Jade? How you doing, my friend? Good to see. Other owners have argued for a really hard NFL cap. But see, guess what? 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, bottom of the first. And the pitch, that's a foul ball. I'm going to bring up this analogy here. Okay? The tush push. Owners wanted to ban that, right? Owners thought, you know what, the Eagles it's not a football play. Three balls, 2 strikes. Do you get what I'm saying? 3-2 pitch. That's going to be grounded over to first. And the flip back over towards Sproat is in plenty of time for out number 3. So Isaac Paredes is retired. All you got to do is build the right personnel to be able to stop the tush push. That's how you do it, okay? So the Eagles were so successful with the tush push because they built from their offensive line, and they just kept spamming that because it was working. What the Dodgers did was, again, they were building through the draft. They were making savvy small moves, right? And they had really good scouts, and they had a very good general manager. They have an owner that's willing to spend. So guess what? They're getting rewarded because they're doing everything the right way. The Eagles with the tush push, they built it through the trenches. They were doing it the right way, but now people want to stop it because they just don't know how to stop it. And guess what? The Eagles are doing everything right. Other teams have to catch up, and they have to be able to build through the trenches. They got to get the defensive linemen to stop it, and if they want to be able to produce it, they got to get good offensive linemen. That's how I feel. Absolutely, JJ. Us fans have questioned his moves sometimes. As far as Dave Roberts goes, yeah. Well, that's what happens. We see a lot of teams spend a ton of money and lose. That's true too. Like, look at the New York Mets. Look at the Mets right now. That's a very good example of that. Absolutely. Or you see, look at the Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, the fact that team spends so much money, and I know, again, that there's a hard cap there, but they just haven't been able to build it the right way. Don't penalize someone for being dominant. Other owners can do what the Dodgers do. They would just rather be cheap. Right. That's all I'm saying is, like, if you have something that's working, it's not you that's wrong. You're outsmarting everybody else. The Oklahoma City Thunder outsmarting everybody else. The Dodgers outsmarting everybody else. The pitch, line drive, base hit out over to left field, and Andrew Vaughn gets on with a leadoff single here in the top of the second. So he's over at first base. Yelich got on with a single, and then after Terrain grounded into a fielder's choice, William Contreras had an RBI double to score Bryce Terang. The pitch. That's in there for a strike. I will say I don't like a lot of the moves Dombrowski makes, but Philly's ownership is not cheap. Not at all. Not at all. I can't be mad at John Middleton. Not at all. No balls, one strike. The 0-1 swing and a miss. Now, I don't like how they got rid of the out-of-town scoreboard. But you know what? He's spending a lot of money. You know? No balls, 2 strikes. Top of the second. A runner over at first. And here's the 0-2. That's down for a ball. Folks, if you're just coming on in for the first time, my name is Jason Joseph, and this, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. Peter Lambert is on the bump. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Garrett Mitchell, batting .241 on the season, and the 1-2 pitch is taken for a called strike 3, and he is down on strikes. So it's a backwards K, and Joey Ortiz is going to come on up to the plate. So 1 out, and here comes Joey Ortiz. NFL's the #1 sport because it's fair to all teams. If baseball goes legit, they might take over football for the top spot. But if you can just buy a title, the stadiums will remain empty. But see, I disagree with that too, because I actually think that the Dodgers are really good for baseball because people are still paying attention. And viewership is so much higher than even when it was 7 years ago. Look at the World Series. Look at the ratings that television itself brought in just from that World Series last year. You know? 0-1 pitch, grounded over to third. The throw over the second, there's 1. The throw over to first, that is in plenty of time, and that's a 5-4-3 double play. And so the inning is over. So, no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left, and we go to the bottom of the second. Brewers 1, Astros nothing. But again, really good conversation. Flat, I agree, and the NFL, almost every game matters. That's why they shouldn't make the season longer, right? It's perfect anymore. We'll just dilute it. But see, I actually disagree with that too. Because if there's an NFL game, viewership is still, like, you're still going to watch. You know, they added in more NBA games, right? Because of the NBA play-in tournament. People are still going to watch the NBA play-in tournament. You know, it's a moneymaker for them. So even if they add another week of football, it's a moneymaker for them. So people will still watch. So I don't know if it's going to dilute it. I don't know if I agree with that. But I guess that you're trying to say that the meaning of it is a little bit different, which I guess I can kind of understand. But I don't know. I know that even in this town, like Philadelphia fans, they wouldn't mind seeing another week of Eagles football. They'll take the content. The small market Brewers having the best record in baseball last year was the most impressive thing I've seen in the history of baseball. They don't get enough credit for dominating without any money. No, I agree with that. I look at the Chicago White Sox too. I really do. Look at the Pittsburgh Pirates right now. The Pittsburgh Pirates with Paul Skeens, with Bubba Chandler. I know Bubba's having a bad year, but the point is that you see the Connor Griffins, you see the guys that are young, homegrown talent, and you see how they're building things, right? Like, that's like what the Dodgers were doing before. But now other teams, like smaller market teams, are starting to do that. You even see the Colorado Rockies starting to get a little bit better because of how they've been building. So, you know, that's the nature of the game. But I still don't think that the Dodgers are hurting baseball. I really don't, because people are still watching and because viewership is at an all-time high compared, I don't want to say all-time high, but it's at a much higher rate than what it was even like 15 years ago. The balls, 1 strike. Brandon Sproat is on the hill. Look at the World Baseball Classic. People were viewing that. Viewership was totally up for that. Pitch, and that's taken outside for a ball. That's true. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. What's up, Houston, Texas? Dave, how you doing? 1 ball, 2 strikes, bottom of the second. Smith batting .221. And he takes the 1-2 outside and low for ball 2. I get it that they're playing by the rules, unlike the Astros. That's true. But I'm just not impressed with a money ball team winning anything. Look, I understand where you're coming from. I do. The 2-2 pitch, and that's up high for ball 3. All I'm saying is that viewership in baseball has just been at such a high, and guess what? Like, if somebody could take them down, like, people are going to view into that for sure. It creates a story. 3-2 pitch, and there's a single back up the middle. And so Smith gets on with a single here in the bottom of the second. He's been starting to hit the ball pretty well, got to say. Smacks one back up the middle. Nielsen did change its viewing metrics recently to include more media markets and more streaming apps. Really? Put Ohtani on the small market Midwest team. How does that change viewership? That's true, too. That is true, too. That's a very good point. Again, like, this is a great conversation, chat. It really is. Like, again, like look, I understand Flat Smack, you know, not liking the Dodgers. I mean, of course, like, I get it, you know, but to say that what they're doing is not fair for the rest of baseball, people are still tuning on in. And, like, the way that they built their whole team, it got them right, like, to where they are right now to be able to spend. 1 ball, no strikes. This is Brandon Sproat who's up at the plate. And the 1-0 pitch. And that's inside for ball 2. Actually, I think I just put words in your mouth. I apologize. You said the small market Brewers having the best record in baseball last year was the most impressive thing I've seen in the history of baseball. They don't get enough credit. No, I agree with that. Absolutely. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. And that's a foul ball towards the right side. So let me ask you this. Are you a fan of, and this is a different conversation here, are you a fan of the 76 teams for March Madness tournament rather than the 64? Just out of curiosity. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. There's a swing and a miss. So the count is now 2-2. Is the roof actually open? Yes, it is. It's 91 degrees. The pitch, and that's outside for ball 3. Pretty sure it is. I thought I saw that it was. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Sproat versus Shoemaker. The 3-2 pitch. And that's chopped foul. Yeah, if it's showing it on the 3D graphic, then it is. Yes. Yes, that's not a lie. It is. I see it. Yep. Three balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the second. Runner over at first. And the payoff pitch. That's going to be grounded over to third. They won't get the out at second. The throw over to first is in plenty of time. And there's out number 1. So it is a ground out by Shoemaker. And Smith is now in scoring position. Where he says football's in its own world. The NBA and its fraudulent Nielsen ratings and viewership numbers are a crime to me. There's no way someone could convince me those NBA numbers are even close to true. Runner over at second as we're in the bottom of the second. 1-0 Milwaukee. And here is Jake Myers, who takes strike 1. Folks, if you're just coming on in, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. And turn on the notification bell icons too. We are now 37 subscribers away from getting to 10,400 subs. The pitch to Myers, line drive, base it out over to right field. Smith is rounding third. He's going to be waved home. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe at home plate. It took a one hop, and then it bounced into Contreras' glove. Murphy says, hold it for a sec. I don't think they're going to challenge. A big counter punch for the Houston Astros. Was able to slide in their feet first. Excellent slide by Cam Smith. Let's look at this again. Are they actually challenging this? I didn't see a signal for the headsets. It's a 1-1 game in the bottom of the second. For now, they just stopped. Contreras is looking at the Jumbotron and see if they signal for a challenge. Let's look again. I guess that they did. They're saying that he's out. And Contreras, looking at the replay, may have gotten him on the knee. They are challenging. Thanks for telling us. He was sliding in there. I don't really know if Contreras gave Smith a lane. He had the knee right in front of home plate. So we're just waiting for this call. Smith was ruled safe at home. You could see that when Cam was coming to the plate, Contreras had one knee down, and he tried to slide in there, but he didn't really have a place to go when his knee was down. The call stands, and he's safe at home plate. The Astros broadcasters thought that the call was going to be overturned. That's crazy. It's a 1-1 game. So Smith scores on the RBI base hit by Jake Myers. And now it's Vasquez who comes on up. And the pitch is in there for a strike. It's crazy. Dallas is here. What's up, Dallas? How you doing? Too hard to see. I think that they'll let it stand, says Flat Smack. Yeah. I'd like to hear like what the ruling was as to why they did that. Did they say that he was blocking? 0-1 pitch. That's going to be taken for a called ball, but I believe that the Brewers are going to challenge this. It is, and that should be a strike. And it is. So it's going to be an 0-2 count instead of a 1-1 count. How was the workout this morning, Dallas? Let me know down below. No balls, 2 strikes to Christian Vasquez. Runner over at first, and the pitch is up high for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes, bottom of the second. Runner over at first, 1 away, and the 1-2, and that's a foul ball. By the way, big shout outs to all of you guys for being on here. Flatsmack, are you an Astros fan? 1-2 is the count. 1 away, bottom of the second. You know, today was debate week, or this week was debate week on the sports radio talk shows in Philly. On one of the stations, they had debate week this week. I'm like, I don't really know if I could debate some of these things. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Some people are like really good debaters, though. They really are. 2-2 pitch. This is popped up, hit out over towards shallow right. The catch is made, and there's out number 2. So Vasquez flies out over to right. I guess as us Phillies fans watch these games, we should be looking for a right-handed hitting outfielder. Absolutely. I'll tell you what. I don't know if Smith is available, but I would take Cam Smith. I don't think he is available for the Astros, but might be nice. There's not really a lot that are out there. The pitch, and that is outside for a ball. I would still be interested in Hunter Goodman, but are the Rockies going to give him up? Probably not. 1 ball, no strikes, and the 1-0 pitch. He went around, and the count is now 1-1. JJ, I fell asleep last night. I was shocked how short the game was because I woke up and it was over. That was a short game. It was a short game. 1-1 pitch, and there's a high fly ball hit out to deep left field. And so Jeremy Pena goes yard out over to left field. And so it's a 2-run shot for Jeremy Pena. What the heck was that? That was hit out over to deep left. And Pena goes yard. Gotta laugh off. Crazy. I'm a Brewers fan, but I put money on the Astros today. Who did that yesterday? Somebody did that yesterday. It's crazy. 3-1 Astros. Bottom of the second. And Yordan Alvarez is up to bat. Jeremy Pena just launched his 3rd homer of the season. He is starting to heat up now. 3 homers in his last 5 games. Started off cold. He actually came back from the injured list on Monday, May 18th. Oh, man. So, it's a 3-1 ball game, and Yordan Alvarez is up to bat. Alvarez smacks the first pitch foul and out of play. I don't think Sproat is any good. We should have kept Freddie Peralta, finish out his contract this year. No balls, 1 strike. 0-1 is the count. And the pitch. There's a called strike at the knees. So the count is 0-2. I do have to say, somebody does have to knock off the Dodgers, though. I would like to see somebody do that. 0-2 pitch, and that is called a ball. Just a little bit outside. JJ, Team Canada is going to play for bronze. Let's go. Let's go. What was your tea that you had this morning? 1 ball, 2 strikes to Yordan Alvarez. And the pitch, and he fouls it back over to the screen. You guys think that Yordan Alvarez is getting moved? Do you think that the Astros would actually trade Yordan Alvarez if they get a good package? 1-2 pitch and a called strike 3 down the middle. Yordan saw that pitch go by. and the inning is over. However, Jeremy Pena hits a 2-run home run. Jake Myers also gets himself an RBI single, and the inning is over, and we're going to go to the third inning. It's a 3-1 ball game. Thinking about getting some veal parmesan. Oh, don't make me hungry. Oh, that sounds good. Veal parmesan with angel hair red sauce paired alongside a nice dry red wine. That sounds good. Can I join you, my friend? I'll take some of that off your plate. I made a jug of homemade iced tea. Sent you a picture. Let's go. On Discord, I assume. I'll just double check. There we go. Let's see. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Do you drink iced tea during your well, yeah, like before your workout? That's cool. Bring extra stomach space. I got my hard drive. Does that count? I got maybe my Google Drive. Share it with me on Google Drive if you can. That's funny. G7. I was going to order out tonight, and I was thinking about what to get, says Lou. That all sounds good, chat. It does. Chat, do you guys think that the Phillies are going to beat the Dodgers tonight? Please convince me. Please tell me that they're going to win tonight. Somebody. Please convince me. I'm not usually like this. I just don't think that they're going to win tonight. The pitch is up high for a ball. I don't work out. I take the dog for a walk. Oh, got you. I was a little bit confused, though, because you said that you had a breakfast, and then you said something about oh, yeah, you were making me something for breakfast, and I assumed that you meant that you were going to work out. 1 ball, 1 strike, by the way, to David Hamilton. And the pitch, and Hamilton flies one out over towards right center field. On the run is Myers, though, in the alleyway. And I'll make the grab for the first out of the third. You ever get the Tony Bruno wings from the jug handle in? The jug. No, I never gotten there. I've never gotten the Tony Bruno wings. The jug, though. Oh, my gosh. Haven't been in the jug in a little bit of time. The pitch. There's a foul ball. That one goes on out of play. The Astros should be thrown in jail if they get rid of Yordan. He is awesome. Dude, he's so great. I know. He's my favorite player. He is. He's my favorite hitter. I don't know who my favorite player is. The pitch is up high for a ball. You know what? I will concede. He's my favorite player. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lambert kicks and deals. And the pitch is taken outside. Not by much for ball 2. Two and 1 is the count. And the pitch, swing and a miss. And so it's 2 and 2. Three to 1 Astros, top of the third, out in Houston. And the 2-2 delivery, and a swing and a miss. Yelich is down on strikes. Drop a chair in the chat for Peter Lambert. There we go. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game for Peter. Oh, man. How the Blue Jays? The Blue Jays are down 1-0 to the Baltimore Orioles. BW is happy, I know that. The Padres also lead at 2-1. That game is in the bottom of the fourth as Jackson Chourio stares at strike one. Xander Bogaerts homered. Drew Millis and Manny Machado each homered as well. All solo shots in that game. And the pitch to Chourio, fouled away. I thought he was ready to kiss his bat. Wasn't there a ball player that kissed his bat before he came on up to the plate, chat? 0-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over to short. Picked up by Pena. He gathers it, fires it over to first, and the inning is over. We're going to go to the bottom of the third inning. It is a 3-1 ball game. Walker, Trammell, and Paredes are going to come on up to the plate. Oh, man. And with that, I want to know where you guys are tapping on in from today. Where are we tuning on in from, chat? Let us know down below. Welcome aboard to our brand new Freaks with a capital P and a capital H. Why do we call ourselves Freaks? Well, I mean, the heart and soul of our channel is Philadelphia sports. But obviously we love baseball. That's why we do other baseball games whenever we can as well. But yes, we love the Phillies. Love, love, love the Phillies. Acuna kisses his bat. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Dalton Varsho is up. Varsho is up. Used to be we have to be silent because Bo was up to bat. Baby Bo at the time. But it's Varsho. Let's go. All right, where are we tapping in from? Northwest of Toronto and west of JJ. That's where I'm tapping on in from. What's up, Dallas? Are the Astros bullpen thin? Do we still got a chance? I think you guys have a chance, absolutely. Spencer, what's on? By the way, Q, what's going on, man? I'm going to call you Q. Ned Goodwin is also here. What's up, Ned? He said he's tuning on in from Illinois. I was just in Chicago not too long ago. But what's going on, my friend? You got 100 on the Stros. 100? 100? I don't bet. 3-1 Houston Astros. Bottom of the third, and Christian Walker is up to bat. He's 0 for 1. He flied out. The pitch is down for a ball. Oh, Akamoto is up. Let's go. Let's go, Akamoto. 1 ball, no strikes to Christian Walker, and the pitch is grounded over towards the third base side. It's a foul ball. It is foul. All right, so Dallas, I need to get your thoughts, and chat, rest of your thoughts about this too. Who takes the Stanley Cup final? And how many games is it going to go? 1-1 pitch. That's down and away for ball 2. If I have to see Tortorella win a Stanley Cup, I'm going to vomit. And Carter Hart, too. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not too bad. You do a great job. Ned, thank you so much, man. I'm happy to see you back on here. Always good to see you, my friend. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the third. Walker is in the box. The 2-2 pitch, and Walker flies one out over towards center field. It'll stay in the ballpark, and on the run to make the grab. 4 out number 1 is Garrett Mitchell. So 1 gone in the bottom of the third. Walker has smacked it out to center field twice today and has hit it pretty sharply. Here's Taylor Trammell. Still has not homered this season. He's batting .349. 1 out, bottom of the third. And the pitch to Trammell. That's popped up. Where is it? Behind home plate. Contreras. Does he have room? He does. And he makes the catch right in front of the netting. Or did he? Did it hit the netting first? They said it must have hit the netting first. They said it hit the netting first. Obviously couldn't see it because it was out of the picture. So it's a foul ball. Again, can only watch it from the screen. It was like he caught it, but must have hit the foul ball netting up high first before he caught it. 0-1. And that's going to be in there for strike 2. I liked how you said that I do a good job with my play-by-play calling, and I screw up right there, even though it's not my fault. Tatis homered! Fernando Tatis Jr. finally hits a homer for the Padres. Oh my gosh. The curse is over. Tatis goes yard for San Diego. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I gotta play that for him. Tatis finally went yard for the first time this year. The pitch to Trammell, that's grounded over to second. The throw to first is in time. It took Fernando Tatis Jr. 207 at-bats for him to finally get his first homer. And he finally did it. 1 ball, no strikes, bottom of the third. Houston leads it 3-1, and the pitch is inside. The curse is broken. Tatis homered. 210 at-bats before today. I'm over with it. It's baseball season. I hear you. I hear you. The 2-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Isaac Paredes. And the pitch. And Paredes flies one out over towards the left side, and that's going to be a souvenir. I'm stunned. He actually homered. Swilly put out a video yesterday and was like, these are the guys that are actually tied with Fernando Tatis Jr. in homers. So don't feel bad, Fernando. And he homers today. It's funny. The pitch. It's a foul ball. I mean, did you really think that he was only going to get no homers this season? I guess not, but wow. He finally homered. And it went 450 feet. The 2-2 pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. And we're going to go to the top of the 4th inning. It's a 3-1 lead for the Houston Astros. And the Brewers are going to come back on up. Longest home run droughts in MLB history. The longest homerless streak in MLB history was Alberto Mondesi, who had 274 consecutive plate appearances without a homer. Tatis ended his at 210. Was it 210? Today, 205. It was really 205 before coming on into today. So that's 208. Just this season. I don't know about from last year what the streak was. I could actually look that up. What was it last year? 208, 212, 216, 220, 222. Did he homer in his first at-bat of that game? 222, 223, 224. Now, 223 at-bats. I don't know how many plate appearances, but still, that's crazy. Man, oh man. What's it pronounced? Mondesi? Alberto Mondesi? 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 That's crazy. JJ, can you tell me the only MLB player in league history to have a bottom 5 season for a batting average and a hitting streak of 30-plus games in his career? Bottom 5 season. No balls, 1 strike. That's to Bryce Terang. And the pitch is down for a ball. I have a buffering icon. 1 ball, 1 strike. I'll look at that question again. The pitch is outside for ball 2. Can you tell me the only MLB player in league history to have a bottom 5 season for batting average and a hitting streak of 30-plus games in his career? Wow. I don't know. The 2-1 pitch. Flied out over towards left. Trammell is there. Makes the grab. And there's out number 1. It would have to be somebody that was on a hitting streak who just was not a good hitter. But, like, would hit, like, maybe a home run. I don't know. A 30-game hitting streak, though. The pitch. Fouled away. That's to William Contreras, who had himself an RBI double. I don't know. Who in Major League history would have that? 0-1 pitch. That's a foul ball. So Lambert is ahead in the count 0-2. He's pitching. Who would it be? You stumped me. 0-2 pitch. That's down for a ball. Ortiz? When he was having his low average, I don't know. It wouldn't be Fernando Tatis Sr. 1-2 pitch. That's popped up. Hit out over towards shallow right. Smith is there, and he will make the grab for the second out. Can I phone a friend? Blue Jays are on the board. Let's go, baby. Ugla! Oh my gosh, Dan Ugla. Dan Ugla. 33 straight games with a hit. That's crazy. That's a really good one, man. The pitch is taken down for a ball. That's crazy. I knew I didn't like Dan Ugla for a reason whenever he wasn't on the Phillies. Obviously, he never played for the Phillies, but when he was going up against the Phillies, he always destroyed us. 1 ball, 1 strike. Who do you think will win the home run race this year? I don't know. I think it'll be Kyle Schwarber. 1-1 pitch. Line drive. Base hit out to right field. Bowers gets on with a 2-out single. He's over at first. And so he continues to have a hot stick as well. The home run race, yeah, I would go with Schwarber, but I could see Judge heating up. I've seen it in the past. I could see your boy Yordan winning it too. But my number 1 would be Kyle. It would be. Top of the 4th, here's Andrew Vaughn. And the pitch is in there for a called strike. Andrew Vaughn, 1 homer and 8 runs batted in. The 0-1 pitch. That is down and away for a ball. Breaking news, Fernando Tatis Jr. That's crazy. I'll have to read you that one. The pitch on the way, and that's down for ball 2. So somebody was trolling, and they said, breaking news, Fernando Tatis Jr. has been suspended 162 games for violating the league's PED policy. Effective immediately, he tested positive for a banned substance right after the home run, his first homer of the season. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Obviously, it was a joke. Top of the 4th, we got a runner over at first. And the tying run is up to bat. That's Andrew Vaughn. 2 outs, top of the 4th. That was a good question. Toss back over to first, and that is not in time. That was a really good question. I would have never guessed Dan Ugla. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And it's popped up out over towards shallow right field. Smith is there, makes the grab, and the inning is over. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is a 3-1 lead for the Houston Astros. All right, folks, we are now 35 subscribers away from getting to 10,400 subscribers. Let's go, baby. Oh, boy. Ernie Clement had an RBI single. And Jesus Sanchez, another former Marlin, had an RBI double for you guys. Let's go. Sorry about that. How we doing, chat? How are we doing? We got a good crowd today. That's awesome. I like to hear that. I really, really do. Got a nice little crowd. We got 63 people tuning on in. It's beautiful stuff. 24 of you have hit the thumbs up button. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe. Like and sub and ring that bell or bang the trash can. JG, what's going on, man? Says, what's up, Phil's Nation Astros? Please don't use any trash cans again. It just, everybody brings up the trash cans. Even to this day. But you know what? It's like, we still get, like, as Philadelphia fans, we still hear about the booing Santa Claus. You know, even like 50-some years later. It's crazy. Flat Smack is still here. What's up, dude? Thanks so much for tuning on in, man. We love baseball. We really do. I love having conversations with my chat. I like having discussions. I really do. And I like hearing about everybody's different perspective. The trash tros. That name still makes me laugh. The pitch, and it's in there for a strike. 0-1. Bottom of the 4th. The pitch, swing and a miss. Trash tros. Oh, man. No balls, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 4th. It's a 3-1 lead for the Houston Astros. Brandon Sproat is up to pitch. And the 0-2 pitch is taken down for a ball. The Trastros lead it by 2. I can't even say it. I can't do it. 1-2 pitch. That's down in the way for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch on the way. Strike 3 called. Got him looking on a fastball on the outside edge. Let's go. Another chair in the chat for Brandon Sproat. I don't know what Smith was thinking on that pitch. By the way, Morty, I still can't understand what Pete Alonso was doing over at first that night. I go back to the replay, and I even just watch it on the 3D, and I'm like, dude, what was he doing? I love summer baseball, too, for sure. The ABS system is great. I agree. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, and the pitch. That's in there for a strike. They should have Oscar the Grouch as their mascot. It's a good one. 0-2 pitch. That's down for a ball. I mean, hey, if the Phillies interviewed Elmo, they should get Oscar. That'd be crazy. 1-2. That sails down for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. That's taken down and inside for ball 3. So the count is full. We're in the bottom of the 4th. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brandon Sproat gets set just below the letters, kicks and fires, and there's a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Brandon Sproat. Shoemaker's down on strikes. There's 2 gone. Another big-time strikeout for him. And it's Jake Myers who's up next. Which Astros Hall of Famer finished his career with Milwaukee in the 1970s? I don't know. That's the Astros trivia question. Astros Hall of Famer. Anybody know? They said it was 77. The pitch is taken down for a ball. Can you imagine if baseball did that as a penalty to troll them? Dude, that would be diabolical. Myers with an RBI single and a run scored. And he takes the 2-0 in there for a called strike. It was a cutter. The pitch clock has been working out really, really well, too. I loved when they first implemented it in the minors. That's a lie. 2-1 pitch. Line drive it out over towards right field, and that is a fair ball over towards the right field side. The right fielder couldn't make the catch. Myers is going to head on over to third, and the Brewers might look at this to see if that was a foul ball. Let's see. I don't know. By the time that he slid over towards that right field line, Bowers, I believe, was in fair territory. And right field corner is like really, really short. He slid on the line. It got his knee. And they will say that that's a foul ball. Okay. So Myers has to head back over to home plate. And he will. And there'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes to Myers. So by the time I looked at it again, it hit his knee. He was in foul ground. That corner, again, is just so short. It hit his left kneecap. Almost a ridiculous catch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch is down for ball 3. And so the count is now full. And the 3-2 pitch, here it comes. Swinging a line drive back up the middle for a base hit, and Jake Myers gets on with a 2-out single, and he'll be over at first base. Let's go. So Myers gets on, and Christian Vasquez is up next. They should have a trash can that says "Don't Bang Me" anymore as their mascot. What is with you guys? You guys are funny. Vasquez, pitch, fly ball hit out over towards right center. Mitchell says, "I got it," in the alleyway, and he will make the grab for the third and final out. We're going to go to the fifth. 3-1 Astros. There's Harry from Harry and the Hendersons. It's cool. I got a question for you, JJ. Okay, fire away. Do you ever talk to anyone in the industry who have been watching your broadcast about a critique? You definitely seem to have improved greatly as I see it. That's a great question. I've learned that getting constructive criticism is rare, and especially when, how do I put this? Especially now that I'm sort of like in my own lane compared to other people that I used to work with and other companies that I used to be with. I don't get the same critiques that I used to get. I still get some. Like, I'll send some things out to a couple of friends of mine who are still in the field, and they'll still critique me like when I ask. But it's not as common as it was like months and months ago. But also, like, the other thing too, and I don't like to sound like this. Obviously, like, I love constructive criticism. I really do. Absolutely, I love constructive criticism. But I also understand too that, like, what I'm doing now is it's in another lane compared to just the traditional route. So it's a little bit different. I'll put it to you this way. I have been making sure that I talk to other creators on here, and I have been asking them for feedback, for constructive criticism, not just on the broadcasting style. When it comes to the broadcasting style, I will obviously rely on, like, my friends for that. But this, when it comes to using the platform, the constructive criticism is not really as much about the performance, and it's more about how can the presentation itself look better? What can I do to implement more content? So it's like two sets of constructive criticism. I hope that makes sense. But to answer your question, as far as the play-by-play goes, I'll still ask some of my friends if they could critique some of my calls, like moments of some calls that I made. Definitely. That's a really good question. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the top of the fifth, and the pitch is down for ball 2. But you also have to think about it like this: like, I'm the producer, I'm doing play-by-play, and I'm technically doing color too, which is a lot. It's different than just doing the traditional play-by-play. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Garrett Mitchell, as we are in the top of the fifth. It's a different medium. Do you like banana ball? I'm not as big of a fan of banana ball. Like, I don't watch it as much, but I think it's cool. But I'm not like a die-hard fan. Like, I don't turn on the TV to just watch banana ball. 2-2 pitch, and that's taken down for ball 3. One more time on the question. Jim Wynn. 2-2. It's down for ball 3. I'm never betting against these teams ever again. The Brewers and Rays just lost me $350 that I really desperately needed. Oh, I don't know what to say. 3-2 pitch, and that's taken down for ball 4. And so there's a leadoff walk. That's how we begin the top of the 5th inning. JJ in chat, without looking it up, which NBA team leads the playoffs in free throw attempts per game? Right now? The pitch is taken for a strike. Next pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. Smith is there, and he'll make the catch. And Joey Ortiz flies out over to right field. Team that leads the free throws. The Lakers? I feel like the Lakers shot a lot of free throws in both of their series. Maybe the Timberwolves because of Anthony. I'm gonna go with Timberwolves. I will go with Minnesota Timberwolves. Free throw attempts per game. I'm gonna go with the Timberwolves. One ball, no strikes. We're in the top of the 5th. Runner over at first, then the toss back over to first is not in time. Sproat sucks, not the Brewers. One ball, no strikes. We're in the top of the 5th. Got a runner over at first, and Hamilton's going to show bunt. Did he go? Yes, he did. Tried to take it back, did not do that. Welcome right in time. Trust you. Build your dream. Believe in you. They will come. If you build it, it will come. One ball, one strike. And the pitch. That's going to be fouled away. I have no idea how you pull off Diamond Zone. Oh, dude, it's so much fun. I have such a blast doing it. I really do. But, like, you know, it's just a different medium. One day what I'm going to do, what I'm honestly going to do one day, is I am going to actually, like, give a lecture, and I will, like, have, like, a presentation, and I will talk about, like, the differences between radio, TV, and streaming, like, when it comes to calling games. And I will, like, actually give you, like, a behind-the-scenes look of, like, how I do a lot of the stuff. Like, I will actually do that. And I will do it for other streamers as well. Because I think it's, like, really good to know a lot of those things. Toss back over to first, and that is not in time. And then I'll go over, like, okay, so then there's the watch party style, but then there's, like, the traditional play-by-play style. You know, and, like, really go into, like, the nitty-gritty with it, because it's such a work in progress, and there's always things to improve upon, especially with this space, because it's a new medium. It's a way newer medium than radio was, or TV. So, like, this medium is growing, it's constantly changing, and it's just evolving. So there's, like, a lot of different things that go on into it, which is cool, but it presents its own unique challenges as well. One ball, two strikes. Top of the 5th. David Hamilton's putting up a pretty good at-bat here against Peter Lambert. Lambert kicks and deals, and it's going to bounce in the dirt and get away from the catcher, and that's going to put a runner over at second base for Milwaukee. There we go. Excellent stuff. So we got ourselves a runner in scoring position. Hamilton is still up to bat. Yelich is in the on-deck circle. Garrett Mitchell is now over at second base. Two balls, two strikes to David Hamilton. The next pitch on the way. There's a line drive hit out over to right field. That'll be caught by Smith. The catch is made. There's out number 2. And staying right where he is going to be Garrett Mitchell. And so there's 2 gone. Unless these teams both have insane comebacks with their closing pitchers. That's true. They could. The Nuggets lead the NBA with 28 attempts per game. I was going to they were my third choice. They were my third choice. We got a runner over at second. There's 2 outs. And it's Christian Yelich's turn. And Yelich takes a slurve that's downstairs for a ball. Okie is out again? No, that sucks. But yeah, no, one day I am going to do that. One day I am going to do that. I will actually do like a presentation and give like a lecture on like the history of broadcasting, the history of radio, what the differences are between radio and TV, what streaming has become over the last like 10 years or so. We'll talk about YouTube. We'll talk about Grossi. We'll talk about like all that stuff. And, you know, the difference between streaming, TV, and radio. I'll geek out. But I know that there's people that are obviously really interested in doing this stuff. And I think it's important for people to know. I really do. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. That's bounced foul towards the right side. And this is still like relatively new, you know? So like, people are starting to learn more about it, which is cool, but it's in its early stages. We're just lucky that we're a part of this. Really. 2 balls, 1 strike to Christian Yelich. And the 2-1 delivery, that's called a ball. Pitch track said it was a strike. Not necessarily a good frame job there from the catcher. But instead, it's 3 balls and 1 strike. They didn't want to challenge it. 2 outs, top of the 5th. Yelich in the batter's box. And the 3-1 delivery, and that's taken down and inside for ball 4. And we got 2 runners on here in the top of the 5th inning. Yelich will head on over to first. And it's Jackson Chourio time. Haley, you missed it. We celebrated Tatis's home run. Yeah, I know. He's doing his 30 and 30. I got my eyes on the calendar. I'll put it to you that way. Pitch. That's on the outside edge for a called strike. How do you do shorts for people to like your channel? Great question. I don't always do shorts. That's something that I could be doing a little bit more of. The ball is 1 strike and the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. But after home run calls, what I do is I have a hotkey that actually backtracks the last minute of a call that I had. And once the game is done, I could just post that call. But I still have to make the graphics, and I still got to, do the subtitles, all that stuff. But if there's like a big-time home run, that's like the first thing that I do after I'm done. But that's a good critique. I actually got that the other day from somebody in the space. They were like, you should try to do some more shorts. Not a bad idea. 0-2 pitch. Line drive, base it out to center field. Hamilton's rounding third. He'll come on in to score. That was Mitchell, by the way. Excuse me. Regardless, it's a 3-2 ball game. Garrett Mitchell rounds third, crosses the plate, and Jackson Chourio took a high pitch. It was above the zone. Slapped it out to center and got on with an RBI single. Let's go. And it's Bryce Terang's turn. pitch, and that is a foul ball. Wait, breaking Phillies news. What happened to Zach Pop? Zach Pop. Prior to tonight's game, Phillies returned Max Lazar from his rehab assignment. They reinstated him from the 60-day IL, as the pitch is in there for a strike, and optioned him to Lehigh Valley. To make room on the 40-man roster, Zach Pop was returned from his rehab assignment with Lehigh Valley, reinstated from the 15-day IL, and then designated for assignment. So they're basically saying that Zach Pop is DFA'd. So they got Max Lazar back on the 40-man roster because his rehab clock expired. And so they had to DFA Zach Pop. Dang. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bryce Terang. The 1-2 pitch off the plate for ball 2. It was a cutter. Was at my nephew's 2nd birthday party. Nephews and nieces have birthday parties today. It's a nice thing. It's nice. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 5th. The tying run's over at 2nd. The pitch, and that's a foul ball. J.J. Trey Savage pitched 5 innings. I guess, how did he do? Did he do good? 2-2 is the count. Top of the 5th. 2 away. And 2 runners on. Action going on in the Astros bullpen. Big pitch coming up for Peter Lambert here. Lambert versus Terang. The 2-2 pitch. That's down for ball 3. When I looked at YouTube requirements to stream live, they now said that you have to do shorts or at least upload 10 of them so people can view your channel and interact with other channels. I don't always agree with that, but I understand why people say that. They're trying to get you to market your channel. 3-2 pitch, and that's a foul ball. But also at the same time, they're telling you that because obviously people's attention spans are shorter, and and basically like giving a short is like a trailer. I understand that, but I still think that there's value to like long form content. It all depends on the niche. You know, I feel like that's it's a general statement. 3-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. Shorts don't hurt you, but there's a lot that you have to do if you want to be able to make this a full-time thing. I'm still learning. Interact with other channels. Absolutely. That part is definitely important. You have to make sure that you network and that you build relationships. That is for sure. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch, and that's down for ball 4. And the bases are now loaded for William Contreras. So we got runners over at 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and a timeout is going to be taken right now by the Houston Astros. JJ, another way we be watching you, cuz JJ. I appreciate you, man. JJ, did you see my Shaq stats? What was your Shaq stats? I got one last sports trivia question before I go back to lurking. If you convert Shaq's missed free throws to miles, he missed 13.8 miles worth of foul shots. That is crazy. That's an interesting perspective. Huh. JJ, my question to you is, how did you get 5,000 people to like your YouTube and shorts that you made, Crimson says? I will answer that when we go to a break. William Contreras is up to bat. Keep firing questions away, by the way. I like this. The pitch, foul ball. So it's no balls and 1 strike. We're in the top of the 5th. Yelich at 3rd. Churio at 2nd. Terang over at 1st. 89 pitches for Peter Lambert so far. I didn't see anybody warming up in the Astros bullpen. But we got ourselves a game here. The 0-1 pitch to Contreras. Grounded over towards short. Pena has it, spins, turns, fires it over to first, and the inning is over. The Brewers do get a run, but they leave the bases loaded, and they will go to the bottom of the 5th inning. How did you get 5,000 people to like your YouTube and shorts that you made? Okay. I'll put it to you this way. So, I've been doing this for now 3 years. I have been doing this for a little bit of time. This is my 4th year, come December. So, I have really, sacrificed a lot. At first, when I did this, I was interning at NFL Films, and I thought that this would be a really cool thing to do. And I was using this because I wanted to make a demo. I wanted to make demos of reels and stuff to be able to send to minor league teams and be able to send to major league teams and all that type of stuff. NBA G League, all around. But then as I just kept doing this for 3 to 4 weeks, I realized that what we're doing is so unique because we're building a community, and it's not like traditional broadcasting. When you watch the game on cable, you don't have a community. You don't have people that are coming together, that are actually typing in the chat, that are, interacting with other people, making new friends, that type of a thing. And I felt like that if I stopped at that time, I would be burning that sort of a community. And I didn't want to do that, especially for other people that didn't have access to watch games from Europe or London or whatever, because I was really doing a service for those people. And I realized that I really loved doing this. It was different, and my philosophy about this changed. It really did. And so I took a chance. I'm still taking a big chance with it, and I believe in myself, and I'm very lucky. I'm very, very lucky that I'm able to do this, and it's taken so much time. And I'm always still looking to find ways to grow. I'm always finding ways to try to get better and to try to make others around me better too. That's the most important thing that I can try to say. It's not just about me growing. It's about Dr. DeLay. It's about, District Nation. It's about getting those other people to build as well, because I really want them all to be better. And that's what I'm trying to create on here, is a space for that. Because this is really powerful stuff that we're doing. The pitch is grounded over towards the center field side, and that's going to get through for a base hit. And Jeremy Pena is going to get on with a leadoff single, and Yordan Alvarez is going to come on up to the plate. Pena homered earlier in the game. And Alvarez, who doubled in the first, also struck out looking. And is looking for his 3rd at-bat right now. Toss back over to first, and that is not in time. I know I'm a little bit behind on chat. I apologize. It's so much harder to be a live streamer on YouTube now. It's harder, but it's not impossible. It's really not. You can definitely still do this. You can. The pitch is fouled back over towards the stream. I want to stream video games on YouTube, but no one is liking my channel, says Crimson. Twitch is really good. It definitely takes a lot. Collaborating with people is good. And building those connections. Really just trying to push yourself and thinking about what makes you stand out compared to other people. I'm always constantly asking myself that every day. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the 5th. Alvarez in the box, and the 1-1 is inside and high for ball 2. $27 likes. Let's go, Stros. What's up, Butterfly? Butterfly's here. But yeah, you can always email me if you have any questions too, for sure. The pitch is taken for a called strike. The throw to second base, and Pena dives in there safely. And he is now in scoring position. Feel free to email me, though. Jason Joseph on there at gmail.com. The mods will post the Gmail down below. Two balls, two strikes. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Yordan Alvarez is up to bat. And the pitch to Yordan. It's grounded over towards second. Backhanded by Terang. And the toss over to first is in plenty of time. He had to throw it on the run. He was running on in towards home. And as he backhanded it, he threw it sidearm over to first. Pena is now over at third. And Sproat with now 90 pitches in this game so far. Really good to see you on here, Butterfly. It's been a while since I've seen you on here. Fist pump to you. Yes, sir. Bottom of the fifth. And here comes the former Diamondback, Christian Walker, who's lined out twice today to center field. And the first pitch is a foul ball, and it goes back on over towards the screen. Heart, soul, dedication, lack, sleep, living, sports. Yep. That's really how it goes. It is. It's really how it goes. It's a lot. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's a foul ball. You gotta love it. I appreciate you, man. No balls, two strikes. Be blazing with a gifted membership. Let's go. 0-2 pitch, and that's taken outside and low for a ball. Let's go, be blazing. MVPs in the chat. Dallas became a member. Let's go. Shout out to Dallas. Two balls, two strikes. Bottom of the fifth with one out. The 1-2 is down for a ball. Let's go. I love it when we got people that are on here that are able to get a nice gifted membership. Those people deserve that. 2-2 pitch, and Walker gets hit by a pitch on the knee, the left knee, and he's going to go on over to first base. So that'll put runners over at the corners with one out in the bottom of the fifth. Ouch. That's got to hurt. You got 10,365 people who believe in you too, and growing by the day, believe in yourself even when no one else will. I have that chip on my shoulder, man. I really do. Sproat is going to come on out of the game. Trammell is going to come on up. Sproat does not look happy. Looks really angry, but he's going to go back to the dugouts. He actually doesn't look so angry. He looks like he's mad at himself, really. That's what it was. So Walker is over at first. Pena is over at third. And there's one away in the bottom of the fifth. We'll see who comes on in just a few moments. But yeah. Just enjoy what you like to do, JJ, and have a good time. Yep. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if you guys saw my announcement, but I wasn't really going to talk about it till later tonight. But, you know, I was planning a lot on doing this ALS stream, but then I really thought about it over the last couple of days, and I said to myself, like, if I'm going to do another charity stream, I really want it to... Like, I've been doing more research about ALS, and I've been putting in, like, more time to do it. And I'm like, you know what? If I do it, I want it to be right, and I just feel like now's not the time to do it. Like, you know, for me. And I want to make sure that... I wanted to make sure that I obviously posted something and that I talked to you guys about it. But I didn't want to just cancel it. I wanted to really... do it at a time where I felt like that it was good for me to do it, because now, honestly, it's just not the right time for me. And I'm really happy that I did that. It took a lot for me to do it, but I really felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders once I finally put that post out there, because I thought, like in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm going back and forth with myself and just thinking like, like what are other people going to say, all this other stuff. And I'm like, I was thinking throughout the whole entire time that, I'm not canceling this. We're just going to do it. We're going to push it back because we want this to be something that's like really special. And right now I just felt like wasn't the right time. But I will let you know. Like when we are actually going to do it. But a lot's been on my mind. I'm really trying to get ready for this home run derby. I didn't expect that we were actually going to go. So that's really been taking a lot of priority for me. I'm really excited about it, and All-Star Village. So, that's really at the forefront of my mind right now. The ball is one strike. Taylor Trammell is up to bat. And on the second pitch, it's a foul ball. Thanks for just coming back on right after the first pitch. Like, I don't like it when they do that. 0-2 pitch. And that's taken down and in for a ball. But yeah, we are going to do it. But we also just did a really good charity stream for, in honor of my brother. And I feel like we should just, like push this out a little bit. Once again, B-Blazin', thanks so much. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Taylor Trammell is in the box. The 1-2 pitch is low for ball 2. I don't like to stare down. Just walk to first before you get hurt, boy. Mark, what's up, Mark? It's been a while since I've seen you on here. What's going on, man? 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Trammell. That's grounded foul. Springer is up. Let's go. On is out. That's too bad. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 5th. We got 1 out. And the pitch is high for ball 3. 3 years of convos about that chip on your shoulder. Look at you now. Pat yourself on the back. You've earned it, brother. You bet on yourself, and it's paying off. I appreciate that, brother. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the 3-2 pitch. That's a line drive hit off the glove of Vaughn, and the throw to home plate is not in time. Pena scores! Vaughn couldn't make the catch. It was right by the first base line, right at his knees. He tried to come down with it. And then on the backup, it was Bryce Terang because they were playing him to pull. Trammell to pull, that is. And the throw to home was not in time. Excellent dive by Jeremy Pena. They didn't get the out over at second. They were just thinking we got to get the out at home plate, and it didn't work out. Wow. Unbelievable. 4-2, bottom of the 5th. 2 runners on. Paredes is up, and Paredes is going to smack one down the left field line, and that's a fair ball, and that'll score 2 runs. They're waving everybody to come on home. It's a 6-2 ball game. Isaac Paredes at second base. The crowd is on its feet. And the Astros lead it by 4 out in Houston. kept it fair down that left field line. Trammell and Walker each scored. And now it's a 3-run 5th inning off of Rodriguez. Smith is up, and he's going to ground it over to short, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time for the second out of the inning. By the way, they called Trammell's line drive an infield single. That's what they scored it as. That's one of the most weirdest infield singles you'll ever see. Just an excellent, again, heads-up base running play by Jeremy Pena, and for him to avoid that tag, that was awesome. 6-2, bottom of the 5th. A runner over at second. And here comes Nick Allen. Allen swings and misses at the first pitch, and the count is 0-1. Let us know when you're ready, and we'll be here. I will. And I appreciate you guys for understanding, you know. Because I care. I care, and I want to make sure that I do that, that I do the fundraising stream correctly. Want to make sure that I give it justice. First, I was like, I don't know if they're going to understand. And then after I did it, I was like, I'm so happy I did it. 0-2. That's down and away for a ball. Let's go, Stros, getting insurance runs. Getting them early, for sure. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Allen. And the pitch fouled back towards the screen. Allen is 27 years old. He has 1 home run on the season. 5 feet 7 inches tall. He'll be 28 in October. The pitch, here it comes, and that's a foul ball. You'd rather know your stuff and take your time and not sell for a half-done project. It's not even just that. It's also like I have a lot of stuff like that I'm like planning for, other things that are on my mind that have been taking a priority now, and that's on top of it too, for sure. But I want to make sure that I do it right. 1-2. That misses outside for ball 2. Bottom of the 5th. The pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. And the inning is over. We're going to go to the top of the 6th inning. And so, the Astros are able to score 3 more runs on a 2-run double from Isaac Paredes and an RBI infield single from Taylor Trammell. And it's time to go to the top of the 6th. It's a 6-2 ball game out in Houston. Let's go. Maybe skill, maybe trash cans. Trash can, fire up the trash cans. Sproat gives up 5 earned runs in 4 1/3. He's terrible. He has not been good. You know what the thing is? Watching him today, and I haven't watched him all season, honestly, but just from watching him today, his command just looks really off. Like there were times where I saw Contreras wanted him to go in another direction, like where he wanted a fastball that was outside and it just missed, and it was like not even close to right where he wanted it, or a slider, down and in, that type of a thing, and it would just be out over the middle of the plate. Just missing location, missing spots, and I don't know. I just thought that today specifically he really struggled with that. I'm sure that that's been a problem throughout the entire season too, but crazy. Crazy stuff. Since you're in South Jersey, if you ever get a chance to speak with 2 guys that know their stuff for football, John McMullen and Hoops, Tim Legler. Tim Legler is the man. I have not met Tim Legler. I think John McMullen came to Rowan, but now I don't remember. So, I don't Yeah, I don't think that I met him. No, I did not. But yeah, NFL Films, of course, is in South Jersey too. There's been some awesome people that I've met from there. But those are good ones. ERA over 6, terrible's an understatement. Arnola. I feel bad for the guy. I've been such a supporter. I can't defend him. AJ Bluba is going to pitch. 33 2/3 of an inning, 4.81 earned run average for the Houston Astros. And the pitch, that's up high for a ball. Whoever did subscribe to the channel, thank you so much. Comment who you are down below, and I will give you a big, big shout out. 2-0 pitch and a called strike. It's a 94-mile-per-hour fastball. Two-one pitch and a called strike 2. Right at the knees. Top of the 6th. Powers in the box. The 2-2 pitch. That's low for ball 3. Oh, Chinese. Dallas offered me Chinese last night. She said sesame chicken, and I said yes. Right, Dallas? If you're still here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch. Ground ball, diving stop by the third baseman. He gets up, fires it over to first, and it's in plenty of time. And there is out number 1. An excellent play by Braden Shoemake over at third base. Just took away a base hit right there. Actually, that was Isaac Paredes over at third. So Paredes made the excellent diving stop there. Dallas always offers food. Sharing is caring. That's for sure. Top of the 6th, then the pitch is taken down for a ball. Caleb's dinner tonight sounded really, really good. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. What time's the Spurs game tonight? 8. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch, high for ball 2. I believe it's 8 o'clock, right? 2 balls, 1 strike as we are in the top of the 6th. It's a 6-2 Astros lead. Vaughn in the box. And the pitch, line drive, base hit out to left field. And another 1-out single provided by Andrew Vaughn. This guy just continues to hit for the Milwaukee Brewers. So Vaughn is over at first base. And the Milwaukee Brewers have a base runner. Garrett Mitchell is up. I'm going to take the hat off. Charge! So 1 away, top of the 6th. And the pitch to Garrett Mitchell is downstairs for a ball. Somebody said that they had the over-under at 7.5 tonight. That person was, hold up, correct. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch, that's taken for a called strike. A 4-seamer down the middle at 95 miles per hour. 7 p.m. for the Spurs game. Got you. 7 p.m. Central Time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Gotcha. 1-1 pitch. Foul ball. I say that because long ball said 8 p.m., which means 8:15-ish, 8:20-ish, which means 7:20-ish, 7:15-ish for you. It's on tonight. 7:15, 7:20-ish your time. So what time is that in Scotland? The pitch. It's down for ball 2. Let's just figure out like what time the game is in all the different time zones. So that means 5:20 West Coast. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blue ball able to get himself a strikeout, and there's 2 gone. Just stopping by to give my thumbs up and say rock on, my brother. Shout out to Joe. What's up, Joe? Joe gets an MVP chant. JG gets an MVP. Rumble gets an MVP. Everybody in my chat gets an MVP because you guys are fantastic. 1 ball, no strikes. That's right, Morty. 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the top of the 6th. There's a runner over at first. And the pitch is way up high for ball 2. Way, way, way up high. Dude, my lower back has been bothering me today. I don't know why. Weird. Joe, hope you're doing well, man. Hope your mom's doing all right, too. 2 balls, no strikes. Top of the 6th. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock and the 2-0 delivery, and that's a foul ball. But yeah, I'm so happy that you guys like Diamond Zone. I'm thinking about, like, maybe making that a little bit more marketable, you know, for other things. Because that's, like, a really cool thing to market. 2-1 pitch. High fly ball hit out over towards right field, but Smith is there to make the catch right by the letters. He tracked it down. He backpedaled, and then he caught it at the Astros letters over towards his left side, and the inning is over. Time to go to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 6-2 lead for the Houston Astros. Okay, how do we get here, Jason Joseph? I don't know. Look it up. Or I could just tell you right now on the ESPN scoreboard. It says that William Contreras got on with an RBI double in the top of the 1st inning. I got you. Bottom of the 2nd, there was a Jake Myers RBI single, and Cam Smith scored. It was an interesting play. We could talk about it a little bit later, but regardless, it was an RBI single. Jeremy Pena also hit a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 2nd as well to make it 3-1. In the top of the 5th, Jackson Chourio cut it back to a 1-run game with an RBI single and made it 3-2. And then in the bottom of the 5th, Taylor Trammell had himself an RBI infield single, and Isaac Paredes had a 2-run double. In that bottom of the 2nd inning, it was interesting because Bowers made a throw over towards the plate, and they ruled that Cam Smith was safe, and then they looked at it again, and it was really hard to tell if he was out or safe. We don't know if the catcher was blocking the plate or not. I thought that at first when they showed the replay that he was safe, and then I thought that he was out on another angle that they showed, and it looked like that he was clearly out, but it was just one of those controversial ones. Was he safe? Was the catcher blocking the plate? Is he out? You know, Phillies need to win tonight. Let's go, Phillies. Thank you, JJ. Mom and I are doing so much better. Thank you again. Love to hear it. Okay, here we go. Bottom of the 6th. 6-2 Astros. The pitch is taken for a strike. Jake Myers, 2 for 3. 2 for 2, that is, excuse me, with a pair of singles, a run batted in, and a run scored. 0-1 pitch. That's down low for a ball. The 1-1 pitch. And it's a little bit inside, and not by much. Just a little inside for ball 2. Milwaukee leads the NL Central by 4.5 games. They're on a 4-game winning streak. 2-1 pitch. That's popped up over towards the left side, and the catch is made by the third baseman for out number 1. The Volunteers walked it off. They're going to the semifinals for back-to-back seasons. Good for them. Bottom of the 6th, 1 out, and the pitch is taken for a ball. Boo New York Knicks, boo New York Knicks, bro. I'm tired of the Knicks fans. I'm tired of a lot of the irrational ones too. I really am. 1-0 pitch, line drive, base hit up the middle. And so there's a 1-out single in the bottom of the 6th inning. Vasquez gets on with a single, and he's over at first base. Let's go. But guys like Long Ball, guys like Rising Rhino, like, you know, there are people that I've met that are just actually like truly passionate and aren't just jerks about it. But I've met so many. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. The pitch is in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike, bottom of the 6th. But the team is good. I can't deny it. The team is fun to watch. 0-1, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Jeremy Pena is up to bat. He has hit 3 homers in his last 5 games. The pitch, and now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Pena. Way outside for ball 2. They're bandwagon, and us lifelong fans don't like him either, JG. Two to Pena. Line drive, foul ball. You realize that Jeremy Pena is now 28 years old? He was a rookie in 2022 when they won the World Series. He was a rookie then. That was actually the last time that he actually had 22 homers. Or over 20 homers, I should say. 2-2 pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. And there is out number 2 in the bottom of the 6th inning. And up next is Yordan. Here he comes to the plate. Yordan Alvarez at the highest expected slug percentage since May 18th. Also on that list, Brandon Nimmo, Pete Alonso, Wilson Contreras, and Cam Smith, his teammate. 2 away, bottom of the 6th, and Alvarez takes a pitch that's up high and away for a ball. I'm a Cubs fan. Imanaga and Tyone are giving up a lot of home runs, says Ned. We've been having a good amount of Cubs fans come on here. That's awesome. That makes me really happy. 1-0 pitch to Alvarez. That's a foul ball. New York lifers are like Philly and Boston fans, rivals, but all real passionate fans. Chicago, too. It's a little bit different, for sure. 1-1. That misses up high for ball 2. I don't mind if the Knicks win. Their fans have been suffering for a long time. It's true. 2-1. That's a foul ball. That one goes on out of play. I don't want the Knicks to win, but you know what? For my Knicks fans, for my friends that are Knicks fans, I hope that they win for their sake. 2-2. That's a foul ball. Two balls, two strikes to Yordan Alvarez. The 2-2 pitch to Yordan. And it's down in the way for a ball 3. Now this should be interesting. How do they pitch him here? It's 3-2. Bottom of the 6th. You're not going to want to give him a fastball down the middle. Pitch to Alvarez. Line drive hit out over to right field. That's going to hit off the top of the wall. Was a hanging slider. And Yordan Alvarez gets on with a long single out to right field. Oh, my gosh. That pitch looked like I thought that it was going to break, but it just stayed up at the knees, and Alvarez whacked it. If that fence was not that high, that would have been gone. That just hit off the wall. He roped that thing. The exit velocity was just really high on that one. And so that's going to put runners over at the corners for the Astros. That's his 31st two-strike hit. He is tied for first in all of baseball in two-strike hits this season. He's tied with Otto Lopez. That's insane. This guy is just unbelievable what he's doing. Think about that. A hanging slider right at the knees, and he just ropes it out to right. That's how you know he's on a tear. Like, he wasn't going to get a fastball there, guys. Christian Walker is up, and the pitch is taken for a strike. And honestly, it wasn't even like that was a bad pitch. I mean, he didn't get it down low enough, but Yordan really stayed with that pitch. 0-1, and that's in there for strike 2 to Christian Walker. He has 14 runs batted in with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position. And that's 5th in all of baseball. The 0-2. Check swing. Did he go? Folks, please make sure that you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. We are now 31 subscribers away from getting to 10,400 subscribers. 1-2 is the count to Walker. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got a change up there. And the inning is over. We're going to go to the 7th inning. It's a 6-2 lead for the Houston Astros. All right. My son is only 11, JG. I'm not old enough yet. Not old yet. Not until I reach grandpa status. Just long ball. G-pa status. Damn. Were YouTube featured again? Really? That's insane. That's unbelievable. Is anyone else doing this game? That's unbelievable. I was like looking at this and I was like, wait, what? That's unbelievable, man. Who else is doing this? Brownie Sports Hub? I don't know Brownie Sports Hub. I'm younger than your son, says JG. It's just so funny to just put things into perspective like that. All right, we're going to go to the 7th inning. It's a 6-2 lead for the Houston Astros. David Hamilton, Christian Yelich, and Jackson Chourio are going to come on up to the plates. Other scores around Major League Baseball. Well, the Padres game just got interesting because it was a 7-3 ball game, and now it's 7-4 in the top of the 8th with 2 outs. The Padres still have 2 runners on base. Insane. And now bases are loaded in that game. The Royals lead at 4-3. That game is in the top of the 8th as well against the Texas Rangers. Here's Blue Ball pitching still against Hamilton, and the first pitch is flied out over towards left field. Trammell back on the track, has room, and makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out. Ned says, hey, JJ, you're going to stream the Phillies game tonight. Of course, absolutely. Absolutely. Doubleheader, baby. Got ourselves a doubleheader. And tomorrow, we got our last doubleheader of the week. We're going to be late, though, to the whatchamacallit game because the Phillies are on at 4 o'clock. So we'll definitely be late to the Sunday night game. Here's Christian Yelich. And the first pitch is in there for a called strike. Top of the 7th. No balls, 1 strike to Yelich. And the pitch. And that misses inside for a ball. But yeah, definitely on for the Phillies game tonight. Last night we did the Braves game, and then we went on for the Phillies. The 1-1 pitch. And a called strike 2 at 96 miles per hour. Right down the pike. 6-2 lead for the Houston Astros. The 1-2 pitch. That's a foul ball. Hit a trash can out over towards the left side. It actually didn't. I lied. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. And that's down for ball 2. There should be a home run derby for every baseball player who used steroids as JG. That's a hot take. Dodger Empire's back. What's up, Dodger? 2-2 pitch on the way, and that is lined foul once again. And the count still remains at 2-2. It is in Dodger Stadium. You have this face-off against Showtime. Don't forget about Andy Pages. Don't forget about Mookie Betts or Freddie Freeman. Or Max Muncy. They're pretty strong, too. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And there's out number 2 in the top of the 7th inning. He's out. Christian Yelich is down on strikes. Oh, I thought you said you had to go. I'm happy that you're staying. I'm not trying to encourage you to leave. I'm happy to see you on here. I didn't mean to put it like that. My bad, my bad. Oh, man. My bad. I didn't mean it like that. The pitch is taken for a ball. Please don't leave. The 1-0 pitch. Chourio flies one out over towards right field. This will stay in the ballpark, though. And the catch is made just in front of the track for the 3rd and final out of the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. All right, chat, it's trivia time. I'm going to ask you a baseball trivia question. And if you get it right, you'll hear this. If, however, you get it wrong, you will hear this. Thanks Thanks for the love. I appreciate it. You run a good podcast. I really appreciate you, man. I'm so happy that you've been coming back on here. It really means a lot to me. So here's what I would like to know, chat. I would like to know who has the most complete game shutouts in MLB playoff history. That's what I would like to know. The most career complete game shutouts in MLB playoff history. Who do you think it is? That's who I would like to know. Knicks need their one and done championship to shut up, but they will never beat the Spurs, says Joe. Johnson. Randy Johnson. Great guess. It's not Randy Johnson. It is not Randy Johnson. Johnson, though, is in the top 10. The Jays are up. Let's go. Trammell is up for the Houston Astros. And the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Anybody else want to guess? Nolan Ryan. Good guess. Nolan Ryan actually is incorrect. Nothing in one. The pitch. That's taken for a ball. Nolan Ryan is not correct. The pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards center. Mitchell on the run. Makes the grab. And there is out number 1. One more guess. Muncy is actually out of the lineup today. Max Muncy is not playing for the Dodgers. He's out of the lineup. Just got the update from Dodgers Nation. The pitch is outside for a ball. And so it's 1 ball, no strikes. Anybody else want to guess who has the most complete game shutouts in postseason history? Roger Clemens. On a pitch, and that's in there for a strike. The 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Okay. Madison Bumgarner had 3. Josh Beckett had 3. Whitey Ford had 3. Mordecai Brown had 3. Randy Johnson had 2. Earl Hershiser had 2. Kurt Schilling had 2. Scott McGregor also had 2. And the count is now 2-2. Bob Gibson had 2. Koufax had 2 as well. But the guy that has had the most complete game shutouts in MLB history is a guy named Chrissy Mathewson. Pitch is taken for ball 3. Chrissy Mathewson also threw 10 complete games in MLB playoff history, which is recorded as the most. Mathewson played with the New York Giants. All of his postseason shutouts were recorded during his World Series career with the Giants, including 3 in a single postseason series. Unbelievable. 3-2 pitch. Nets line foul. We'll do an easier one. We'll do an easier one when we go to the 8th inning. I'll make it up to you. Because I can't end on an L. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Chrissy Mathewson. Look him up. 3-2 pitch. That's down for ball 4. And Isak Paredes gets on with a 1-out walk. I should have known that he's on my game. I can't. Bottom of the 7th. Vladdy doubled. Let's go. Let's go. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. got on with an RBI double for Dallas's Toronto Blue Jays. The pitch is taken for a called strike to Cam Smith. He has singled, he has struck out, and he's grounded out. 0-1, down for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, bottom of the 7th. Rodriguez pitching for the Milwaukee Brewers. Kicks, deals, and is down and taken for ball 2. Two-one pitch. Fouled over towards the right side, and now to play. Two balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 7th. The pitch to Smith. And he gets underneath it and flies this one out over towards shallow left. And the catch is made by Jackson Churio as he runs in, stops, and makes the grab for out number 2. So which Astros Hall of Famer finished his career with Milwaukee in 1977? The answer was Jimmy Wynn. Oh, I was thinking it was him, but I thought it was somebody else. I wasn't going to say that. Jimmy Wynn played 36 games. Oh, that was a good one. The Astros stumped me. It's now 1 ball and no strikes. Jimmy Wynn died in 2020, actually. 78 years old. 1-0 pitch. Line drive hit out over towards center. And the catch is made by Garrett Mitchell. For out number 3, that was Nick Allen, who lined out over to center. And the inning is done. All right, I'm going to ask you another trivia question. If you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. My next question that I have for you is as follows. Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Okay. Which MLB player had the nickname Hold up a second. Which player had the nickname of the Big Train? That's my question. For those of you who love baseball. The Big Train. Anybody. The Big Train. Who was known as the Big Train? Hall of Famer. Juan Soto. That's a good one. That's funny. What? There's a method to my madness. The pitch. And that's a foul ball. Walter Johnson. Let's go. Virgil got it. Congratulations, my friend. You got it. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch to Bryce Durang is swung on and missed. That's right. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. And the Brewers are down to their final 5 outs. Let's go. Tonight's lineup for the Phillies, by the way, chat. Kyle Schwarber, Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, Brandon Marsh is batting cleanup. Marsh is batting cleanup tonight. Then you got Alec Boehm batting 5th, Stott 6th, Realmuto 7th, Garcia 8th, and Crawford 9th. No Stuart Baroa. Interesting. The ball is 1 strike. We're in the top of the 8th. And the pitch to Contreras. Line drive hit out over towards right field. It's going back towards the track. And Smith makes the catch right in front of the wall. And there's out number 2. Contreras not happy about that result. Cam Smith has been playing right field so well in this series so far. And really over the last week, we've seen him make some ridiculous catches. That was a good one for sure. Tracked it down at the track, had to sort of stop in his tracks. He went on over towards that wall and looked at everybody and said, yeah, I got it. There's 2 away in the top of the 8th inning. Here comes Jake Bowers to the plate. And Bowers takes ball 1. Fielding run value. Corner outfielders leaders this season. Cam Smith leads the way. Then it's Chandler Simpson. Adolis Garcia is 3rd. That doesn't surprise me. Wilyer Abreu is 4th, and Cody Bellinger is 5th. Next pitch. It's taken for strike 2. I was stopping by, but JJ hooks me. Hooked on a feeling. Bum, 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 bum. I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Got him looking. And there's out number 3. We're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's a 6-2 lead for the Houston Astros. What was that about Walter Johnson? What was that? Somebody said something about... I always thought a great question that sounds easy is, which pitcher is 5th all-time in career strikeouts? I don't know. Walter Johnson? We got the 10,370 subscribers. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Huge shout out to the chat. Brewers low-key got screwed today, says Pangu. Excuses, excuses, excuses. I can't take it. I don't like excuses. But let me hear you out. Why do you think the Brewers got screwed today? The only teams I troll, one's in my division. Everyone else is okay. So you troll the Giants, you troll the Padres, you troll the Snakes. Those pesky Snakes are annoying. We do the same things as Haley, for sure. Yeah. What's trolling? Nolan Ryan, Cy Young. No. The Nationals now lead at what, 9-4? Curtis Mead has been really hitting the ball well for the Washington Nationals. I don't know what is going on with him, but he's been doing a lot better for whatever it is. He's recorded a hit in 6 of his last 7 games. That was Walter Johnson. The pitch popped up, hit out over towards shallow center. The catch is made for out number 1. I asked a Walter Johnson trivia question, and then Morty said, I always thought a good question was to ask who was 5th on the all-time strikeout list. What's up, Justin? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you on here. Very, very good to see you. Here's the pitch. And that is taken for a called strike. No balls, 1 strike. It's a Christian Vasquez. The pitch is taken down for a ball. Rodriguez, they're just leaving him out there. He has 61 pitches. I thought that you were... Sorry, I thought that tied on into Walter Johnson. Yeah, who's the 5th? Walter Johnson, right? Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson, Roger Clemens, and Carlton is 4th. Walter Johnson. I said Walter Johnson. Right? Has to be Walter. Or is it Cy Young? Now I'm confused. I'm not using Google. I'm not using any sort of AI to look this up. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Christian Vasquez. Pirates need those Brewers to lose. Yeah, man. 1-2. That's a pie for ball 2. Hey, by the way, if you are a Pirates fan, I have a friend that you should go check out. That's for any Pittsburgh Pirates fan. And that guy is Dr. DeLay. Dr. DeLay covers the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he does an awesome job. He's actually currently live right now as we speak. He's doing the Pirates game right now. Pitch, and that's a fly ball hit out over towards the right side, and that's going to be caught. And so there's out number 2. Let's go. That is Dr. DeLay. Let's go. I'm actually going to comment on this channel. Hit the thumbs up button for Doc. Bottom of the 8th. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, it's not Walter. Bert Blyleven. Blyleven? Is that how you say it? A ball is 1 strike to Jeremy Pena. 0-1 pitch. Down for a ball. There's Dodger Empire. He's over on Dr. DeLay's channel. Let's go. Nice. I wasn't even expecting a raid. No, I just wanted to say hi to him. 2-1 pitch. It's down for ball 3. Three and 1 is the count. Bottom of the 8th. Baseball had like 5 underdog wins today. 3-1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2. Does that mean that the Phillies are going to win? Because they're the underdog. Three balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch to Pena. And he's going to chop this one over to third. Going to be a barehanded throw over to first. And it's going to get by Vaughn. And Pena gets on. I believe that they're going to call it an infield single. Hamilton did everything that he could to try to make the barehanded play, and he threw it on over to first base. I think that Pena, let's look again, as David came running on in. He barehanded it, threw it right over to first. If Vaughn was able to dig that out, he would have been out over at first base. And Yordan Alvarez is going to come on up instead. So they call it an infield single. And here comes Yordan to the plate. 5 underdog wins today. Oof. 30 more subs till we get to 10,400 subscribers. Bottom of the 8th. And here comes Yordan Alvarez to the dish. Alvarez in the batter's box, blue batting gloves. He doubled his last time up, and the first pitch that he stares at is on the outside edge. It was a four-seamer for strike one. Yordan is hitting .305, 20 home runs, and 39 runs batted on it. No balls, 1 strike to Alvarez. The pitch to Yordan is high for a ball. The Astros today have provided 11 hits, and they have also scored 6 runs as well. Yordan has had 2 of those hits. The 1-1 pitch, that's chopped over towards the right side, and it's ruled as a foul ball. Vaughn played it like it was fair and went to go tag the bag, but it's 1-2. Alvarez gets to live to see another pitch. The chat's too young. Bly 11 pitched in 92, not 1932. 1-2 pitch. Net misses outside for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Yordan is outside for ball 3. Bert Bly 11. The pitch, and that's down for ball 4. Now Alvarez gets on with a walk. There we go. He played in 1970. He played with the Minnesota Twins. He didn't play in the 90s. Oh, wait, yes, he did. I'm sorry. Technically, yes, he did. His prime, yeah, he played, though, for 22 years. I didn't realize that was that long. He's 75 years old. 2-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champion. He was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. We have a pitching change, by the way. He was an All-Star in 73 and in 85 with the Cleveland Indians. That's interesting. And he won a World Series twice. He pitched a no-no in 1977. He had over 3,700 strikeouts. He became the first Dutch-born player to earn induction into the Baseball Hall of Fame. He was the pitching coach for the Netherlands in several WBC tournaments. I didn't know that. I had no clue. Interesting. Well, good stuff. It's nice to learn something new every day. Last pitched in 1992. The top strikeout guys are all household names except for Bert's. That's interesting. Oh, it's a 5-5 game in the bottom of the ninth. Did Hoffman blow it? Wow. You guys were up 5-1. What happened? Tavares had an RBI triple. Holiday had an RBI single. Henderson walked with the bases loaded, and so did Rushman. And now it's a 5-5 game. What the heck happened? You guys were up 5-1. Jake Woodford is going to pitch. And here is Christian Walker with 2 runners on. And the pitch is down for a ball. Hoffman is terrible. I'll take Hoffman back. Mayday, mayday. Dude, that sucks. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch. That's outside for ball 2. Varlin has to be the closer now. I don't get it. And Alonso walked it off. 2 balls, no strikes. What a comeback for the Orioles. A 2-0 pitch, and that's taken down for ball 3. BW must be celebrating. That is insane. 3 balls, no strikes. It was a 5-1 game going into the bottom of the ninth. Pitch to Walker. There's a high fly ball. Hit out to right field. It's gone. Walker goes the opposite way and puts the game to bed. 9-2, Houston. Damn, I'm sorry, Dallas. That's frustrating. Nine to 2. The pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Trey was pitching so good for the Toronto Blue Jays. Excuse me. Well, I'm sending you a hug. 0-1 pitch. That's down for a ball. Frustrating. It's like part of me is like, I'm so happy for BW, but 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch, swing and a miss. Maybe I should stop making friends. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Ugh. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch was swung on and missed for strike 2 to Taylor Trammell. 9-2 in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-2 pitch. Trammell fouls it off, and it goes out of play. Astros are smacking them back to Milwaukee. Well, there's 1 more game tomorrow, then they'll probably smack them back over to Milwaukee. That's a heartbreaker. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 8th. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And the inning is over. Christian Walker hits an opposite field 3-run home run, though, for the Houston Astros. And they will go to the top of the 9th inning. 9-2, Houston. That was Walker's 16th homer of the season. Christian Walker, also coming on into today, was 8th in the league in runs batted in. It's funny, Christian Walker is a guy that as he's gotten older, he's he's played better. You know, like he's a power hitter. He hits homers, he drives and runs. But I feel like his age is really, like, he's gotten better with age. There's a couple of players that I've noticed that, like, as they've gotten older, like, they've gotten better. Like, for example, I think Astros fans would probably agree with this. But, what was his name? I wanted to say Yandy Diaz. What's his name? 2016 Astros roster. Who was that? What was his name? Yuli Gurriel. Yuli Gurriel. What a guy. Yuli Gurriel really, had himself quite an interesting career. This guy got called up, like, when he was older, and yet, like, 2018, 2019 Yuli Gurriel, people will always remember that. The 31 homers, 104 RBIs in 2019 with a 298 average. Even him during the World Series, like, he was so good in those postseasons for them. Logan Vanway is going to pitch. Which is one guy that has not gotten better since Morty. It's true. Walker's the guy that will probably get moved at the deadline. He might. I could definitely see that. The pitch is taken for a strike. I wonder if the Phillies would be interested in getting him and moving Bryce Harper back to the outfield. I don't think that they would do it, but that would be interesting. That would be interesting. 0-2 pitch. That's down in the way for a ball. I would be intrigued. One, two. Popped up, hit out over towards the right side. Walker gets there and makes the grab for the first out. Charlie Morton's another one of those guys that really got better as he got older. He's like the classic example of that. Morton, when he was with the Philadelphia Phillies, just did not do well at all. Played with the Pirates for a while. And then it was like not until he went over to the Houston Astros where he had a lot of strikeouts, 163 strikeouts and 146 and 2/3 of an inning. And he went 14-7 with a 3.62 ERA. Like, he was unbelievable with those Astros. And then he played with Tampa Bay, and the first couple of years with the Atlanta Braves, like, those 6 years, he was fantastic. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. That is grounded foul. That guy's ERA, though, was at like a 7 with the Pittsburgh Pirates a couple of years. He really turned his whole entire career around. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And there's out number 2 in the top of the 9th inning. And so 1 more out to go. Tatsuya Imai is going to pitch tomorrow and face Jacob Mizorowski. That'll be a good matchup. And so Gary Sanchez is going to come on up and the pitch, and that is in there for a strike. Right-handed RBI guy. Walker is enticing for a team in the window, but I can't see Harper moving to right field. I don't see it either, but that's intriguing, though. It puts my antennas up. I'll tell you that. It definitely puts my antennas up. Gary Sanchez is up to bat. 2017 Gary Sanchez was awesome. The pitch is taken for another strike. He's challenging these pitches. Challenged the first one, and he's like, you know what, I have nothing to lose here, so let me just challenge the next one. And the count is 0-2. One more strike to go. The 0-2 pitch. That's down in the way for a ball. What time are the Atlanta Braves on? 7:15? They play at 7:15. 1-2 pitch on the way. And another foul ball. I do have a redirect over to Dixon Way. So if you guys want to stay on for that, you can. Dixon Way is doing the Braves game. Walker's from, yeah, he is. He's from Norristown, Pennsylvania. He is. 1-2 pitch to Sanchez. Swing and a miss, and the ball game is over. Van Away gets the final 3 outs of the game, and the Astros take care of business against the Milwaukee Brewers. And they get themselves a W. Astros even up the series. And so, 9-2 is the final score. Let's go. You know what, actually, let's go. Now we're gonna keep the same redirect. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. All right, chat. I'm gonna go eat some dinner. Okay. Hope you guys had a lot of fun. I'll be back on for the Phillies game tonight. Phillies have to get it done. They have got to get it done tonight. I'm nervous, but let's hope that they can even the series against the Dodgers. We'll see. We'll see how things do go. After the stream is done, wait about another 30 seconds or so, because then you'll be redirected over to the Dixon Ways channel. Please make sure that you guys leave them a like. I know that the Braves are going to be playing against the Reds in about 8 minutes. I don't know if he's on yet or not. Let me double check. Let's see if he has come on. Let's look at that now. Let's go back to the 3D graphic. Dr. Delay's game has been wild. Dixon Way, when's he coming on? He's coming on now, right? Where is he? There he is. All right, so, yeah, so you'll be redirected over to his channel. If you just want to click on this link, though, you can. You don't have to wait for the redirect. You can just go on over there right now. Leave him a like, and make sure that you guys subscribe to his channel if you guys are Atlanta Braves fans. All right, love you guys. Lila Tove. Catch you all in just a little bit. Great call, JJC, tonight for the Phillies. Yes, sir. All right, love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.